going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, then welcome to my channel. My name's Jackson Jardins, and I'm here to help you build your absolute super self, whether that's physically through helping you lose some weight, put on some muscle, or that's mentally through eliminating some of your limiting beliefs and opening up your mind to exactly what's possible for you, my friend. As you can see, No Shave November is going quite well. It's getting a little itchy. Gentlemen, if you have any tips, let me know. I've been using this like beard butter, beard oil stuff, and it seems to be helping, but I'm growing her out this month. I'm doing it. My mom can't stop me. So guys, a little while back, I made a video called 5 Things I Wish I Knew Before I Lost 100 Pounds. And you guys responded amazingly to that video. We got a lot of new subscribers from that video, so I wanted to kind of do a play on that video and do 5 more things that I wish that I knew before I lost 100 pounds. Because there is no doubt that I wish that I had a little bit more knowledge going into losing weight. I made a lot of mistakes, and that's why I wanted to start this YouTube channel, so I could help you guys not make those mistakes. So without further ado, we're diving into 5 more things that I wish that I knew before I lost 100 pounds, because it would have saved me years of pain and frustration. Alright guys, so last week I made my egg bake. So I put the peppers and the onions and everything in my egg bake, and it's still going strong. So I eat one of these blocks a day. I'm gonna have my apple. And I also just had this sent to me. It's called a HydroJug. So this company is awesome. And as most of you know, I drink a gallon of water every day. And though this isn't a gallon, it's like 1.5 of these about is a gallon. And it has kind of a Baby Yoda aesthetic, if you can't tell. But regardless, it's got a little straw too, if I want to get like a little sippy sip. Every day's kind of different. Some days I want the straw, some days I don't want the straw. But keeping it real, guys, this morning, this is a perfect example of what I'm about to eat and everything. Like, I do not want to cook anything this morning. I have got everything made ahead of time, so I know exactly what I'm gonna grab out of the fridge. I know exactly what I'm putting into my body today. If it's up in the air and I'm wondering what I'm gonna eat, I've already lost. But that concept alone brings me to the first thing that I wish I knew before I lost 100 pounds, which was I wish I knew how simple the process was. I think most of us who want to lose weight, a lot of the reason why we can't do it is because we assume that the process is so complicated. We gotta have the perfect diet plan. We gotta have the perfect workout plan. And I'm here to tell you that I've said a million times, but some people just need to hear it more than others. Calories in, calories out. If you're eating less calories than you're burning every day, you're going to lose weight. You're just like your dog, homie. If your dog needed to lose weight, you'd feed it less and walk it more. You are no different. I've said it before. And playing off of this, I was a huge part of the crowd that thought that like carbs were bad for a while. So you hear it in one YouTube video, you read one article about it, and then it's just pretty much scripture, right? But carbs are not bad. Too many calories are bad for you, right? Now, the second thing that I wish that I knew before I lost 100 pounds is the difference that fashion can make. And no, I'm not just talking about what you wear. I'm talking about how you style your hair. I'm talking about how you treat your skin. Don't believe me? Watch the difference. Boom, right? Just clean it up on the sides a little bit. Gentlemen, get yourself that fade. Keeping the beard though, No Shave November, ladies and gentlemen. Can't forget the outfit switch. Come on now, we gotta rock the Chelseas. We gotta rock the Rip Legend Londons. Give me a denim jacket. But guys, look, in all seriousness, being fat can kind of be translated to one more word, and that is hiding. When I was fat, I wasn't thinking about how to groom my face and my beard and my hair and my skin. I wasn't thinking about getting a nice faded haircut. I wasn't thinking about wearing a denim jacket. I wasn't thinking about this stuff because I was more concerned with not being seen than being seen. And it took me most of my weight loss transformation to allow myself to even start to have earned the right to wear what I want. And if I could go back, I wish I would have allowed myself to be able to rock the clothing that I wanted while I was losing weight, because that's really where most of the journey is taking place. It's not the outcome that makes you, guys, it's the journey. And part of that journey is literally becoming this new version of yourself where you want to be seen. You want to wear cool stuff. You want to wear tight-fitting stuff so you can show off what you've been working for. After I started progressing on my weight loss transformation, after I started making progress, I started grooming and I started wearing the clothes that I wanted. I've always been into fashion. I think a lot of you gentlemen are. You're into fashion, but you just don't feel worthy of wearing the clothes that you want. I'm here to tell you that yes, it does get easier to rock things as you keep losing weight, but if I could go back, I wish that I knew how much of an effect that changing my fashion, grooming myself, and getting nice haircuts would have had on my confidence levels and on the way that I saw myself. Because the way you treat others is just a reflection of how you see yourself, people. So just kind of try to remember that and dress for success, because when we look good, we feel good, we do good. All right, everybody, so we're here in my garage gym and it leads in perfectly to number 3. I wish I knew to start weightlifting earlier. Now, I don't want to confuse a lot of you guys. I'm a huge proponent of meeting yourself where you're at on your weight loss journey. So when you start, just doing what's manageable. And if that's just getting 10,000 steps a day and eating in a calorie deficit for you right now, that's fantastic. But for me, toward the middle of my journey, right when I was maybe at like 235, 240, something like that, I wish that I would have gotten into weightlifting because I could have done what's called a body recomp. So I could have used my stored body fat as energy while I was in this calorie deficit to be able to eat enough protein, lift heavy weights, and be able to put on muscle while simultaneously losing fat at that time. I think going to the gym and starting to lift weights as well for me would have helped shift my identity to being the kind of person that goes to the gym. While I was losing weight, I didn't really go to the gym. I did at-home cardio and I just ate a ton less. Just going to the gym and being immersed in that and being part of that culture, I wish I knew to do that back when I was in the middle of my journey, because it would have totally shifted my personal culture and I would have perhaps made a lot more progress a lot faster if I would have done that. All right, guys, the fourth thing that I wish I knew before losing 100 pounds. I wish I knew how much I held myself back. And more specifically, I wish I knew how much I was letting my past limit my future. When you fail enough times at trying to lose weight, or anything for that matter, you start to literally believe that you just like can't do it. It's just, you know what? It's not in the cards. I obviously can't do this. And look, we all lose momentum. If you fail over and over and over, eventually your momentum kind of comes to a halt and it stops. That's not to say that you can't rev that engine back up and get that momentum back, but I wish that I knew how much I was getting in my own way. This whole idea of chasing perfection and always trying to make everything absolutely perfect, and if I didn't work out one day, then screw it, I'm just not gonna work out for the rest of the week. All those kinds of mindsets just screw you up. And if I could have done the internal work on myself before I lost the weight to know, like, wow, all of these limiting beliefs in my head and everything that I'm telling myself is all self-made. Like, all of those things are just made up in my mind. I'm just assuming that I won't be able to lose this weight because I haven't been able to do it for so many times. My identity wasn't ready to lose the weight, and I was still the fat guy in my head. Until you can shift your identity from being the fat guy to being the super you, you're gonna stay exactly where you are. And I wish that I knew how in my head I was, because a lot of us are on autopilot all the time. Your brain wants to conserve energy as much as possible, so a lot of the things that you do every single day are just on autopilot. They're unconscious. You tying your shoes, putting your right leg in your underwear first when you put it on. And when you sit down and ask yourself why you think the thoughts that you think, and ask yourself, why do I do what I do? That level of self-reflection and awareness is what will allow you to shift your identity through taking that action and building that momentum back up. So if I could go back, I just wish that I would have gotten out of my own way, or at least I wish that I would have known to get out of my own way. All right, everybody, now for the fifth thing that I wish I knew. I wish I wouldn't have delegated my happiness until I lost the weight. You guys have heard me kind of talk about it before, and when you have this idea of like, I'll be happy when I get there, I'll be happy when I can fit into my jeans, I'll be happy when I can go talk to girls confidently, I'm just here to tell you that if you are not happy while you are losing the weight, you will not be happy after you've lost the weight. So this is the whole purpose of me telling you guys all the time to set your short-term goals instead of just one long-term goal, because then you're winning battles all along the way to eventually win the war. Because you tell me, what's more motivating? Waiting to celebrate until you lose 100 pounds? Or celebrating every 5 pounds, okay? One is gonna leave you much more inspired the entire time. One is gonna help you shift your identity to being a winner, because you are, and your brain needs proof, and you're like, wow, I'm keeping all these promises to myself. I'm making this happen day in and day out, and I'm honoring myself because I'm important to me. When you honor yourself and give yourself credit and don't delegate your happiness to the future, it's not only gonna make your journey 10 times more effective, but it's also gonna make your quality of life amazing while you're losing the weight. Because life doesn't really change that much after you lose the weight, your perspective does. So everybody, I hope that you've been able to kind of put some pieces of the puzzle together with this video and really take some wisdom from me, because it did take me a long time to be able to figure these things out. I had to fall down several times, and I hope that I can help you not make the same mistakes that I did. So you all inspire me more than you know. I'm so excited for all of your futures. And if you're new here, don't be afraid to subscribe down below. I'd love to have you a part of our community. And as always, guys, I'm gonna leave you like I leave you every single video. Let's keep getting better together. Let's keep on grinding. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.